everyone. Welcome to this, we call it playthrough feature of Wing Commander Saga. That music's still loud. Get to link the throttle. So when I start the first mission, everyone launches and I'm sort of still stuck there on the flight deck. Bit embarrassing. Anyway, this is, as I mentioned in the blurb, I think on the intro, this is a fan-made game based on Wing Commander, for those of you not familiar with it. Basically set around the period of Wing Commander 3, which is probably one of the best periods of Wing Commander universe. It's pretty good actually. It's better there than most games these days which are made by companies anyhow. I'm wandering on a bit. Even if I forget the word they used to call it, I'm doing a lot of it. Waffling on, that's it. Alright, campaigns are good. Switched to a new laptop, it's a good laptop, it's got 16 gig and 32 as in the old one. I think it's upgradable, 64. What am I doing? This will be a training mission, so nothing too spectacular. Done that. And that.
Good morning, newcomers. As you may know, my name is Major Boz. I'm the executive officer of this fighter wing and the squadron leader of the Diamondbacks. In case you didn't know, we're in the Oberon system of the Vega sector. Today we will be doing basic flight training to understand the ins and outs of using your fighters, as well as covering some basic navigational skills. For this exercise, we will be flying the F-27 Arrow. The latest version of this versatile reconnaissance fighter interceptor was recently deployed to active duty, replacing both the Ferret and the Epi. It's light, fast, and maneuverable. Respect the Arrow, and the Arrow will respect you. If you recall the technical specifications, the Arrow can carry a large number of missiles. For this hop though, you won't have any. We wouldn't want any of you rookies to go around blowing yourself or your wingman up, now would we? Sandman, Champ, and Panzer, I'm your instructor for this hop. You other newbies will have one of the Wellington's other veteran pilots as your trainer. Pilots, board your fighters and launch from the Wellington only after you have orders from your instructor. Sandman, Champ, and Panzer, don't touch anything in your cockpit before I tell you to. Dismissed.
I've actually failed this mission by touching controls when I wasn't told to. So it's possible to fail it by doing that.
Alright pilots, let's get started, shall we?
No, I got away with that.
Yes, sir.
I
Affirmative.
didn't notice.
I was born ready. Okay then. First we will exit the carrier's hangar bay before we review some basic controls. I have taken over control of your fighters for the moment, so sit back and relax. Wellington Control, we are ready. Request permission to launch.
Lieutenant Bredazel here, Major. I will bring you home at the end of your workday. Be advised that we have other training wings active in the area. You are cleared for takeoff.
Some interesting characters in this. Sort of adds to the whole game. Good explosions too. That's very important.
I have returned the ship's controls back to you, Lieutenants, but I've also accessed your shipboard computers, and they will send you periodic messages. Now, target my fighter, Lieutenants. Nothing more, nothing less.
God knows which button on the joystick does that, so I'll press T. Or H. Nope. T.
Target acquired.
I have a strong lock, sir.
Okay, you got it. Keep me targeted.
Controls.
Now let's review some basic engine controls, but don't touch anything until I tell you to do so.
This
Is this really necessary, sir? We've been over this 1,000 times.
Not under my supervision, you haven't. And if you were going to fly my birds, I want to be absolutely certain you know what you are doing.
Saga. I'll use the throttle. So, rudder pedals down. I'll link the rudder. I'll do it later. Hopefully I won't need to turn around it now.
Understand those commands?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
During missions, if you forget any of the controls, the computer can give you a reference to all this stuff again.
Yeah, not this time to do that in the middle of a dogfight.
An additional command is the match speed order. Target my fighter, and then match my speed. Do this now.
I'm a bit close to do that, but I'll use keyboard controls to also say there.
Flight control is set to match speed, Major.
Good. I'll follow my fighter. Be sure to stay close. Your ship will now match speed with every ship you have targeted, even hostiles, until you cancel it. This can be useful for tailing enemies without overshooting them and ending up in front of their guns.
Yeah, a good thing to happen. Has he got a tail gun? No rudder. I've got to link that in. Throttle on the rudder, I always forget to link those in. So I should be alright this mission. It's quite handy. That's where I get used to controls and notice which controls I haven't linked into the joystick.
Now pilots, I want you to gain a real appreciation for exactly what your job is as a fighter pilot. Look around you. You are responsible for the safety of every one of these capital ships. I don't want you to sacrifice yourself needlessly, but if the situation requires, you are expected to give your life in defense of these ships. You are expendable. They are not.
Yes, sir.
Sound a little intimidated, Sandman. It's a big job, but you won't be expected to do it alone. Just take care of your wingman, and he'll take care of you. That's the first rule of combat. Always watch your wingman 6. Your lives depend on it.
Did you hear that, Panzer? The Major just gave me the permission to keep an eye on your 6.
Not that you haven't been doing that all along.
Let's move on with our training, shall we? Select Nav 1 and engage autopilot.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay. That wasn't A. What was that? Bollocks. It's a long time since I played these all through space. It's Shift A. No. N. Give me a second here, folks, while I find the autopilot control.
Lieutenant Markham, you have
Bollocks.
failed to follow a direct order. I thought you were smarter than this.
But, sir...
No buts, Lieutenant. I'll deal with you later. Return to the Wellington at once.
That wasn't the autopilot, was it? I've got to do this all over again.
Unable to complete mission.
Lieutenant Markham, You will land immediately. Do not deviate from your course.
Oh well.
Lieutenant, what do you think you're doing? If you can't even follow orders well...
I think I should make a Wing Commander 6. Trouble is, these days everyone's some way to screw it up, make it a multiplayer only, a load of in-game purchases. Okay, there's Star Wars Squadrons. I'll have to put that on here at some point.
Now, pilots, I want you to gain a real appreciation for exactly what your job is as a fighter pilot. Look around you. You are responsible for the safety of every one of these capital ships. I don't want you to sacrifice yourself needlessly, but if the situation requires, you are expected to give your life in defense of these ships. You are expendable. They are not.
Yes, sir.
Sound a little intimidated, Sandman. It's a big job, but you won't be expected to do it alone. Just take care of your wingman, and he'll take care of you. That's the first rule of combat. Always watch your wingman 6. Your lives depend on it.
Did you hear that, Panzer? The Major just gave me the permission to keep an eye on your 6.
Not that you haven't been doing that all along.
Let's move on with our training, shall we? Select Nav 1 and engage autopilot.
Proceed to next waypoint.
It says Alte up there as well. Old man moment. Good start. I haven't played this in a while though. Very rusty.
All clear. You pups remember the procedure to proceed to Nav 2?
Yes, sir.
Well then, punch it again.
Proceed to next waypoint.
And they're way over there. Okay. So catch up.
Set course to Nav 3. You getting the hang of this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hit it again.
Proceed to next waypoint.
They're all coming back to me now.
That's one of our Corvettes. Be nice, will ya? Close up into formation with me.
Hey, Arrows! Nice to see a friendly face.
Same goes for you. How's it going?
We're on picket duty in this backwater system. The monotony tends to grind on you after a while. There's nothing here but space dust, asteroids, and boredom.
Well, as you can see, we've got a new gaggle of trainees. Maybe they can liven up your day.
So you want us to give them some authentic training?
Sure, why not? Lieutenants, I have switched your weapons to training mode, so damage and hits will only be simulated. Attack the Corvette and try to inflict hull damage greater than 90%. On the other hand, pilots, you'll each be considered eliminated if your own simulated integrity gets below 50%.
Watch and learn, folks.
Sure. Those turns. Throttle controls. Causing a bit of confusion. Practice, I thought this is it. Actually, we're doing pretty well. Still a bit rusty. Get the hang of the controls. That's what we're supposed to be doing on this mission. We're gonna win this one.
Got it! My computer shows the Corvette should be crippled now.
Oh crap! You just got beat by a wing of plebes. Looks like you've been training them good, Major. Anyways, we've checked your nav point back to the Wellington. Got a clear way home.
Roger that. Good job, Sandman. You handled that well. Pilots, let's take course back to the Wellington.
Good job out there, David. Your game was right on.
You did great too, Angela. Thanks for having my back.
You did all right. Now let's get moving.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Viking, how did your trainees do?
Not bad, sir, not bad at all. We might make pilots out of them yet.
That's what they pay us for. TCS Wellington, request permission to land.
Finish taking the baby chicks out for a spin?
Of course. Now it's time to bring them home to roost. Alright, Lieutenants, this concludes our little trip. Go ahead and land. We'll meet at debriefing.
So I've got a throttle control, twisting the joystick as well as the actual rudder control. No, not throttle, but rudder control. So I'll switch out off, otherwise the two rudder controls are going to cause a conflict. And make some very erratic flow. What is erratic is that music track. God, two rudder controls. I think I'm missing a control, I think. I'll have to look into that. We should do that very smoothly.
Good job out there, Sandman. You handled that arrow like an old pro, and you showed some leadership potential with your wing. Anyways, overall you did a good job out there today. We'll see if you can keep it up when the heavier training begins. Dismissed.
I think I know what that might be. Anyway, that's it for now, folks. Bit rusty as you saw, but I'm sure it's had some entertainment value. By the time I get the hang of these controls, the entertainment value comes from things blowing up. So, hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.